color blindness. In this section, we'll be going over a brief overview of the disease and its different symptoms. Color blindness, also known as color deficiency, is the reduced ability to distinguish between different colors. This disease is often inherited, but it can be prevalent in cases where other issues with the eyes are present. It normally causes those affected to have trouble telling the difference between greens, reds, and occasionally blues. What color blindness looks like. When light-sensitive cells in the retina fail to respond correctly to different variations in wavelengths of light that allow individuals to see different arrays of color. Here's a model. Some symptoms of the disease and different causes. Symptoms include trouble seeing colors in their brightness, an inability to tell the difference between shades of the same or similar colors, and these things usually occur with red, green, blue, and yellow. Some causes include eye disease like glaucoma or macular degeneration, and eye or brain injuries. Also, some medications can be listed as side effects. The life expectancy is that of a normal human being, as the disease is not life-threatening. Here we get into the different types of color blindness. You have 3 different types. The first type is red-green color blindness, the most common one. Detranomaly is the most common type of red-green color blindness. It makes green look more red. Protanomaly makes red look more green and less bright. Protanopia and deuteranopia make you unable to differentiate between red and green at all. The second type of color blindness is blue-yellow color blindness. Tritanomaly makes it hard to tell the difference between blue and green, and between yellow and red. Tritanopia makes you unable to tell the difference between blue and green, purple and red, and yellow and pink. And lastly, complete color blindness, also called monochromacy, and it's when you can't see the colors at all. This variant is extremely rare and uncommon. In this section, we'll be talking about its mode of inheritance and the disease's genetic placement. Men are more than likely to become colorblind, as the genes responsible for the illness is most common inherited colorblindness is on the X chromosome. Red-green colorblindness is a sex-linked recessive trait, and blue-yellow colorblindness is an autosomal dominant trait. For example, if your dad is a carrier of the gene and your mom is unaffected, then each of their sons and daughters would have a 50% chance of being colorblind. Here is a personal story from Brooke Swanson. A lot of things don't have meaning until there's some basis of comparison. When you're a kid, your world is just your world, and you don't know it's different from anyone else's until that it's pointed out to you. When I was a kid, people pointed to red and called it red, so I called it red. But what I was seeing wasn't the red they saw at all. It took me a long time to understand what it meant to be colorblind. All I knew was that it felt like a dark shadow following me around, and I just wanted it to go away. Click the link to hear more of Brooke's story. Here is a Punnett square for colorblindness. In this section, we'll be going over the awareness and treatment centers for colorblindness and different support groups. Treatments. There's no cure, but special glasses and contact lenses may be able to help. Most individuals that are affected are able to adjust and don't really have any problem with everyday tasks. Support groups and events for the disease. Colorblindness Awareness Day is every September 6 in honor of John Dalton. He was one of the first scientists to study colorblindness, and Colorblindness Awareness Day is celebrated on his birthday. And here are some links to different organizations that specialize in colorblindness, and they tell you different facts. My plan to raise awareness and educate others on color blindness. Even though you cannot prevent color blindness, here are a few steps you can take to reduce the risk of being diagnosed with it later in life. Regular eye exams and seeing your healthcare provider regularly and following a healthy lifestyle are sure to eliminate some of the risk. Educating our communities and youths. We should set up times where we discuss colorblindness and how we as a school, community, and family can best suit the needs of those plagued by this disease, such as making different adjustments in the classroom, making sure everyone has their special glasses or lenses needed to combat this disease. Maps. India and Brazil have a high incidence of color vision deficiency because of the large numbers of people with mixed genes in their genetic history. So, this means that people in these areas are more likely to have color blindness or any other vision deficiency. 1 in 12 men are affected by color blindness. 1 in 200 women are affected by color blindness, and 4.5% of the population is diagnosed with color blindness. And over 3 million people in the world have been diagnosed with color blindness. I did an interview from the National Eye Institute and I asked 4 questions. The first of which stated, "What other issues have been known to cause color blindness?" They responded with, "The most common type kinds of color blindness are genetic, meaning they're passed down from parents. Color blindness can also happen because of damage to your eye or your brain, and color vision may get worse as you get older, often because of cataracts, which is cloudy areas in the lens of the eye." And they gave me a link for more information on their website. Question number 2 stated, "What is the most severe case of color blindness that you have ever seen?" They responded with, "Complete color blindness is when you can't see colors at all, a condition called monochromacy. It's quite uncommon." And they also provided another link to their website. Question 3 stated, "Do some of their patients have a hard time accepting color blindness?" They responded with, "The ability for patients to accept their color blindness is dependent on its severity and the timing of its onset. If someone has never known color vision and their experience and ability to accept their color blindness is very different from that of someone who has lost their ability to distinguish colors later in life. So, for example, if someone has lost their color vision, because of an injury to their eyes or the part of their brain that helps them see color," and they gave another link to their website to hear more of the story. Lastly, question 4 stated, "In the near future, do you think that we could completely get rid of color blindness?" They responded with, "Currently, there are special glasses and contact lenses that can be worn to help people differentiate between colors. There are also visual aids such as apps and other technologies to help manage color blindness." And I would like to give credits to and special thanks to the National Eye Institution for answering my questions and raising awareness about this issue. This presentation was crafted by Slides Carnival, there's a link there, and photographs by Unsplash.